Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Kirk Carson. I'm gonna go straight for it. Gonna be a quick one. Barack Obama is, or already has, 2,500 gallon tank installed on his property for propane. It's a commercial tank. Some people are saying it's 3 tanks. Some people are saying it's just one. Nevertheless, it's 2,500 gallons of propane installed in his property. The estimated cost is $75,000 to fill. He's always talking about the climate. You know, the climate, it's, if we don't do something about the climate, you know, we're running out of time and blah, blah, blah. I don't believe any of that stuff. I think it's all a ploy just to control us, as usual. Maybe conspiracy, maybe not. It just doesn't add up to me. How can you be somebody who's this green energy activist pushing for green energy constantly, and you're getting 2,500 gallon tank installed on your property to hold propane, which is just another gas that you're basically against? That doesn't add up. And what do you need that for? I mean, what do you need that for? Does he know something that we don't know? I'm sure he knows something that we don't know. But is he prepping? I mean, is he prepping for something that we're not aware of? It sounds like it, because otherwise, I mean, this dude sounds like he's getting ready to hunker down for the big show. I don't know. Then you got Bill Gates. I don't understand why Bill Gates is even allowed on TV to speak to the American people about anything other than computers. I mean, this computer nerd is making billions of dollars. I mean, he's a computer nerd, but he's telling everybody about vaccines and the climate change and everything else. Meanwhile, in the background, he is the largest farmland owner in the United States. 269,000 acres across all different kinds of states, and he's just out to buy more. He's a billionaire. What does he need to buy all this farmland for? Is there some sort of control, something that he's doing that we're not aware of? I'm sure he knows. I mean, again, you know, all you ever saw was, you know, he's talking about get the vaccine. You got to have the vaccine. Hurry up and get the vaccine. Meanwhile, it's a computer nerd. You know what I mean? What are we listening to a computer nerd for about vaccines? You know, when you go to your doctor, you know, if your doctor had a degree in computer science, would you listen to anything he said? Because I wouldn't, you know. If I got a bad heart, I'm going to go to the heart doctor. I'm not going to go to the computer nerd. So why are they letting him talk? Stop talking. Stop talking. I mean, you know, all types of weird stuff going on here. You know, 2,500 gallons of propane. It's ridiculous. You know, anybody have any idea how much propane that is? That is ridiculous. And then there are all types of situations going on with a grocery store burned down in the Netherlands. You know, Bill Gates had his hands tied up in that somehow. If you look it up, there's an extreme amount of food-related businesses that are just spontaneously combusting and burning to the ground. I mean, it's hundreds and hundreds of these places within like the last 2 years are just burning to the ground. I mean, are we setting up for this food shortage? You know, so they can have the information to back this food shortage. We got the bad economy, and then we got to move, you know, we got the bad stock market. We got the upcoming bad housing market, and then we're going to have the everybody go green. I don't know how that's going to work exactly, because you have people out there that live on, you know, on the street who can barely make ends meet, but you want them to go out and buy a $70,000 electric vehicle. again, I don't know. I don't know what that is either. I don't know whose bright ideas these are, but we're saying all these things, but then you got these people in the background that are doing stuff that just doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. I mean, if you're a billionaire, why are you buying 269,000 acres of farmland all across the country? You're the #1 farmland owner. What do you know about farming? These people just trying to control everything. I mean, you're out there, this GMO food and all this stuff. You're spraying these bug repellents all over everything, and then you're serving it to people on the table. As the time goes on, people are getting sicker and sicker. They're dying faster. Cancer is just through the roof. What is happening? Where is everybody's minds? Why does no one bring these things up? Why does everybody just hear it on TV and believe it? And that's the end of the conversation. They said it on TV, it must be true. They talked about it on the internet, it must be true. Who are these people? Think about it. I mean, seriously, think about it. Our world is a disaster. Everything's a disaster. You're being put to the test. I mean, you are working every day. They're taking all this tax money from you. And what are they doing with it? We're trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars in debt. What are they doing with all our tax money? What's going on? The borders are open apparently, and people from other countries are just coming straight on over here. We got the weakest border in the world. I mean, if you've ever been on vacation out of the country, you can't just hop on a boat and, head on over and just pop on in and go get a hotel somewhere. Like, you got a whole customs situation you got to go through and all this stuff. These people are just walking across the border and moving in. And then apparently we're paying for it all. What's the game plan here? I'm having trouble wrapping my mind around all this stuff, and it just, you never know what the true story is. You never know. We go over this. It's always a possibility that everything is just conspiracy in the background, but somebody's putting all this stuff online and on the news, on TV, and on the radio for everyone to hear, but nobody's bringing any of these things up. Again, all we're worried about is the main topics of how stupid Joe Biden is. Gas prices are so high. This abortion law and the gun laws, right? I mean, those things keep you focused on absolutely nothing else. Meanwhile, in the background, you got Obama is setting up his doomsday prepper, a 2,500 gallon propane tank in his backyard, and Bill Gates is buying up the entire United States. But nobody knows why. What do you need to do that for? At what point is enough money, right? When you're a billionaire, what do you need to keep on making investments for? When you're literally a billionaire, what do you need to keep on buying stuff and trying to invest and what are you doing that stuff for? You're already at the top of your game. You're going to go out and buy 269,000 acres of farmland so that you can do what with it? Own it and try to develop it and sell to people? Well, I mean, why would you do that? You're a billionaire. What do you a couple $1 million is chump change to you. What do you need that for? Wake up. Please, everybody wake up. Get in that word. read the Bible. It's all in there. It's all in there. These fools that we're paying attention to are on a different page than we are. Okay? Please wake up and understand that. You're not part of that game. You're not part of that game. You're just somebody that's in the way. Somebody that needs to be removed by any means necessary. I mean, here we go again. They're talking about some kind of variant that'll possibly, wipe through the United States all over again. And, is that true, or are they just saying these things? I mean, these people have an agenda. It's apparent, right? It is absolutely apparent. Where does it end? Where does it end? I mean, this stuff has been going on for years and years and years and years and years. And now, is the game plan to stop drilling for oil to force everyone to buy an electric vehicle? Because, I mean, most people out there can't even afford to buy a gas-powered brand new vehicle. I mean, you're looking at pickup trucks that aren't anything special for $70,000. A 5-year loan on $70,000, what's that, about $1,500 a month? I mean, it's a mortgage payment. That's a gas-powered car, right? You get the lowest model Tesla that there is. I don't know what that thing is, maybe 50, 60 grand. Still, I mean, I got a pickup truck for work. I bought it used. It cost me like $38,000. And it's like a $600 a month car payment. I mean, that's high, I think. That's high. It's higher than I want to be. Right? I didn't put a whole lot of money down on it, but still, I mean, most people don't have money to put down on these things. What's the plan here? I mean, is our climate really changing like that? Because, every year the summer is hot and the winter is cold. Sometimes we get a bunch of snow and sometimes we don't. Now, I'm speaking in my area, but the summers are hot and the winters are cold. They're not any hotter in the summer. I mean, it's not like it's getting up to 100 degrees every single day on the northeast coast where I live. It's July right now, and I think it was 75 degrees yesterday or something. If anything, that's probably cooler than it is hotter. So, all this ozone layer talk and all this, the earth is moving closer to the sun, and you need to put your life in God's hands and stop worrying about them things. Because if you think the end of the world is coming from climate change, you ain't been reading that word. Let's just snap out of it. We need to stop listening to these fools on TV. Let me tell you something. Just because Bill Gates is a billionaire and he's a computer nerd does not mean he knows everything. Does not mean he's this super educated man. Everybody's got that mixed up. Everybody thinks just because someone's a doctor or because they went to college, they have to be the smartest people in the world. Well, let me just tell you something. Just because you're a doctor or you're a surgeon and you make $1 million a year and you can get in there and fix somebody's heart, good for you. But do you know how to build a house? Do you know how to fix a car? No. You're a heart surgeon. Just because Bill Gates is a computer nerd doesn't mean he gets to go around and tell everybody about their health and about the climate change and stuff like that. Doesn't make him an expert. It doesn't make him an expert. He knows how to, write code or something like that. He knows how to hack into your internet and watch you through your camera when you don't know that he's doing it. Maybe he knows how to do all that stuff, but he doesn't know how to operate on your heart. He doesn't know how to build a house, I'm sure. So just because you think you're smart doesn't mean you are, right? Just because you went to college doesn't mean you're the smartest person in the world. Just because you have a doctor's degree in something doesn't mean you're the smartest person in the world. And it seems like a lot of people have that attitude, right? Oh, I'm a doctor. You can't argue with me. I know everything. And you don't. You're just a doctor, and whatever it is you studied at school, big deal. You don't even know how to use a screwdriver, probably. You know what I mean? Your toilet won't flush. You got to call somebody. Because, what am I going to do? I'm fixing hearts, bro. I'm not fixing toilets. Remember this. Remember what I'm saying. It's common knowledge. Bill Gates doesn't deserve to be on TV telling people you need to take the vaccine because you don't know what's going to happen. Dude, he don't have no say. He ain't no doctor. That's as bad as me coming on TV and telling everybody you need to take the vaccine. If you don't take the vaccine, you're going to die. I'm not a doctor. Not even close. But I know how to use a screwdriver. And I can fix whatever you got. And I can build whatever you need. At the same time, I don't claim to be the smartest person in the world. And nobody lets me on TV to tell everybody about climate change because I don't know anything about it. I make these videos every single day because I'm trying to enlighten people and open their eyes to the world around you. God is in control. All you have to do is believe in Him, and He will take care of you. No matter what Bill Gates says, no matter what Joe Biden says, no matter what anyone out there says, it's the only person you need. Wake up. Let's get this thing going. Do me a favor, like and subscribe to this page. I want to keep on doing this. Hit the subscribe button. Let me know what's going on. Put some comments on there. Again, I'm a regular guy. I don't know it all. It's just my opinion. See what happens.